How important are we? That is actually only answerable in connection with the cause of our existence. The cause, supposively, is an indicator to the purpose. And when the purpose is fulfilled and the cause is thus satisfied, we can thus define what was the value. How important are we? If we could not talk about this subject, we would not know if we are important at all. If we want to be important without knowing the reason why we exist or why we are important, that brings about a state of consciousness, of self-righteousness, which is artificial and not accepted by others, and is finally proven to be erroneous by the very development of the history of matter and your participation in matter. We know that amongst people of knowledge, modesty is highly appreciated. Modesty, humility. To be determined in what you have to do, but not feeling self-righteously so sure about yourself that you want to minimize others or to assert your superiority over others. Last not least, we are never the best. There's always somebody faster, more bright, better memory, better this, better that. But is that the value? I knew once a boy who was so smart in his memory capacity that he had memorized the entire telephone book of several cities. What value that was for him, I wouldn't be able to tell. Of course, he could show off as having an incredible memory. Anybody could pick in the book a name and he would give him the number. So, yeah, for making a circus show, we can exhibit the one or the other extreme talent. But what is the value of us by ourselves? What is the value of our activities for ourselves? Where does the concept of value arise? Number one. Where does language arise? Where does the combination of sounds convey meanings? When and where are you supposed to take up responsibility and to behave according to a certain pattern of prescribed expectations? Where is law? What is good? What is bad? Who are you to begin with so that we can study this topic? All of this leads us to the greatest of all needs, self-realization. But we don't do anything about it. We spend our time buying hats, pens, shirts, jewellery, entertaining ourselves in the diverse items of this world, but we don't spend any time on self-realization. Thus our life is flowing by fast, and we have not yet questioned ourselves, the most essential of all questions. Who am I, and what is making my existence so valuable? I do cherish my existence. I do feel that my existence must be very important. Otherwise, why would I work my entire life only to sustain my existence? Of course, sometimes we are so lost, so hopeless, that we are going into a direction of not being able to see any value in our life, and then we may even sometimes conclude that the best course of action would be to finish with our life, to finish with the amounts of tasks, temptations, frustrations, which are sometimes coming to a point of becoming unbearable. But then again, our mood changes as soon as we associate with positive-minded people, and we gain again the previous appreciation towards our own life. This appreciation of your own life is the appreciation of the value of your existence. But because you cannot define it clearly, you don't very well know how to go about it, how to develop it. And thus, you do not have a strong standing. When we ask all these questions to the transcendental tradition of Vedic wisdom, we will be so surprised that we will be removed from the uncertainty at once. The Vedas assert authoritatively Om Tat Sat. The truth is that you exist. Truth is Om. Tat is Tattva, asserting. And Sat is Sat Chit Ananda. It's the first of the levels of spiritual reality, existence. And existence comes into our focus through desire. Because I exist, I desire. Descartes said, because I think, therefore I am. But Vedas say, because you desire, it is a proof that you have a standing, a reality in this momentary, in this temporary existence, and that you are a unit, an individual conscious unit. So that's a very interesting element, because there's many units which are not conscious. They are individual in the sense that they're atoms apart from other atoms, but we cannot understand that they have an independent movement. But you do. You do have definitely an independent movement, and by that independent movement you came to sit here tonight to listen to me talk. In this way, movement, the capacity of moving ourselves, determining things, decision making, All this is connected to Sat, but it is not independent. Therefore, we will go further from Sat and we will go to Chit. Now, what is Chit? Chit is the cognitive capacity. It is something incredible. It is something amazing. It is again one of the values of your existence. You are Chit. You are a conscious being. Now, let's go deeper. Conscious of what? Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. There's nothing more beautiful nor more auspicious than the truth. The truth is auspicious and beautiful. And through Chit, through consciousness, through awareness, you can define where is my part, where is my path towards the truth which is beautiful and auspicious. In other words, my position as an individual unit is not lost, shoot into space without any purpose or direction. No. I'm put with the feet on the ground. All respects to Mother Earth, who sustains us on our path. But where am I going to go? I have plenty of directions, and I'm very confused about the whole thing. So here we have to go to another element, which I will come to explain further, which is called prayer. Prayer. That's what it is all about. Praying with love, praying with sincerity, praying with surrender. Anyhow, let's draw back the picture. The individual conscious unit, trying to define the meaning of the truth which is beautiful and auspicious. Now, what is that truth? What is my part of that truth? I can contemplate it, I can enjoy it, I can consume it. No. Your conscious unit has already explored so many areas of consciousness and knowledge, and has never been able to gain any permanent satisfaction. And for that reason you went on studying more things, reading more books, searching and searching, because you have not been satisfied. You see, we can put it in another words. Are we here in this world to learn how to kill others faster and more expertly, or to give any other type of trouble to other living entities, to take advantage of them for our own selfish temporary gain? The clear and simple answer is no. Why? Because in the world of killing and taking advantage of others, we have already all earned our master degrees. We have been shamefully expert in killing, cheating, minimizing, mistreating, and doing so many other useless things with other people and animals. So we have PhD or Nobel Prize in the killing art and in the cheating art. But has that brought any happiness to us? Is this anything we want to go on or we cherish doing? No. It is the opposite. It is a shameful situation. But then, if we are not here to learn how to kill and exploit, like materialists want us to think, then what are we here for? We are here to learn how to love everybody. Now your conscious unit starts having a purpose in its existence, which is pleasant. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. It has to be a beautiful cause. You have to go for and struggle and determine your existence. You cannot be satisfied with anything less than that. This is the living application of self-realization, to work for a cause which is loving and beneficial for everyone. So here we will enter into the more intrinsic nature of our conscious being, which is our intense desire to be loved and to love somebody. This is the next step, but we are not ready for that yet. Let us still go further into studying the element of thinking and the cognitive capacity we have. We are aware of so many circumstances, but we don't know how we can relate in a positive way to others, because we don't know yet who are the others. We don't know yet how we have come into existence. But we can understand that it is our business to learn how to love all others and to serve all others. So then, in order to progress into that direction, we have to find a common dominator. What will be common and acceptable to all of us. And that is our Creator. It's the only thing we all have in common, father and mother. Quite a lot, no? I mean, to be brothers and sisters is a special thing, you know. But to think and understand that all our sisters and brothers, it's almost stunning. It's breathtaking. And it is true. We can even see it with our own eyes in the part of Mother Nature. Mother Nature is everybody's mother, so nobody can deny and say, hey, I came out of myself, I supplied my own ingredients, and I don't have to say thank you to nobody. No, we are all standing in front of Mother Nature with awe and reverence and have to submit to her laws, whether we like it or not. Because she's very powerful and we are very tiny. But Mother Nature has been impregnated by the Supreme Powerful of all the powers, which is the sweet will of God. Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha, the original cause of all causes, who's worshipped by all. We are approaching the supreme powerhouse of life-giving grace, because he has given life to us. So he must be more alive than me, because he's given life to all of us. So the supreme life force, who's that? The supreme life force. You have life force, because as soon as you don't have life force in your body, we're going to make a hole and dig it and throw you inside there and cover it. Or we burn your body on a heap of wood and gone you are. No, not gone you, but gone the body. No. So the life force is really important. The life force is the soul. But now we are talking about the supreme life force, who has given the life force to each and every one of us and has impregnated us into the womb of material energy to supply us with our respective bodies and subtle bodies as well, with our individual unity in the conditional existence of a physical body, under a certain physical, mental, intellectual karma produced by previous activities done by us in our long journey of existence, which we cannot clearly comprehend at this point. So we have that Father who impregnated that conscious unit into matter. And He's the same Father for all of us, not that each one of us has his own Father. Yes, physically speaking we do, but spiritually speaking we don't. We all have the same Supreme Father impregnating us into the womb of material nature, and therefore we are brothers and sisters. And the proposal that we are here to learn how to love each other is a very good proposal. It's very decent proposal. And that is what is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. The truth is the most auspicious and the beautiful. And it is, scientifically speaking, means we are all Brahman. We all belong to the spiritual energy of God. But let's not rest there. We have to go further and to understand what divine purpose each individual unit has been assigned to when it was brought into existence. Because we don't all do the same, right? When we're going somewhere, somebody drives, somebody cooks, somebody arranges. We always distribute the duties, no? We never anybody proposes that one person has to do everything and everybody else just has to sit there and look, right? It would not be a very decent proposal anyway. So number one of Dharma is understand your prescribed duty in this world according to the sweet will of the Lord, so that you can make yourself useful and joyfully participating in the cause of divine love. Loving everyone. Again, we come to the point. Learning how to love everyone. The real meaning of life. Not killing others. Learning how to love and serve the purpose of all others. That is the task we have. No other. That's where we have to focus. That's where we have to go. Now let's go to the next chapter. Because just to go into a positive relationship, each one of us patting each other on the back and saying, hey brother, hey sister, hey great we met, and that's not enough. There's something else, because brothers and sisters, even if they try to squeeze each other, like hug each other, they can't get the pleasure out of each other which the heart longs for. Otherwise, every married couple, happily married, would say, we don't need anything anymore, we are happy, we are married, we love each other, so we have done, we reached the perfection of existence here with our marriage. But no married couple is ever reporting such a thing. On the contrary, they're reporting that it's very hard to sustain the relationship and all this stuff which you know already by heart, no? So it's not a hugging business we are talking here. We are talking about something much more sublime, something more elevated in the realm of spiritual love. And that is the domain where we have to come into Ananda. Ananda is the pleasure-giving energy of the Lord. Satchit Ananda. Ananda is born in the Lord's love in his Ladini Shakti, his female counterpart. She is the greatest giver of love, but this is another topic we are not ready for. So let's set this aside and let's just focus on Ananda, the power of love, the power of giving love, the power of feeling love. Because feeling, what's the use of feeling if you can't feel love? You can feel fear, you can feel anxiety, you can feel frustrations. Well, what the heck that's not why I know how to feel. There is something very treasurable given to me in my capacity of feeling. That is the feeling of love and the wanting to give myself in divine love. So It's a very important, a very wonderful aspect of life. If we go further into this direction, we will be increasingly happy and joyful. We will get rid of all other pains you may conceive of. So, real love is also part of you from the very seed property which is within you. You see, a seed has many intrinsic properties which are manifesting slowly, no? Just like everybody has a hair color, but the seed has already included in it that when you get older, that hair color disappears and you'll have white hair. So, what is this? Well, that was a part of that seed, you know. It wasn't that you become 500 years old. That was not in that seed, no? Nobody has gotten that type of seed. So, except the Galapagos tortoises, no? I mean, they live 500 years and don't get white hair, no? At least I haven't looked, no? So we have to see that our seeds have a certain thing. They have proportions and potentials. They have properties. So the loving property of ourselves, it's definitely there, and it always comes up asking for attention. But in the material world, well, when mother hugs us and puts us on her breast, we snug on there and we cling and we suck and we are, this is something, you know. This is something wonderful. Now, of course, we love that woman who gives us the breast, you know. I mean, that's exclusive, no? So that's mother exclusive, and it doesn't matter how old she is or what she looks like, she'll always be our beloved mother. And that is something which is a bit transcending to the other sets of values of the world of illusion. But the love principle, which is so much in us, which is always coming out according to our conditioning, usually comes out, as Freud observed, in the lust principle. It's not in the giving, it's in the taking principle. We want to be cuddled, we want to be scratched, we want to be massaged, we want to be spoken softly to, we want to be cooled down when we are agitated. We are quite needy in all these aspects, no? And if we don't get it, what we want, then we become a little bit nutty too, very easily. So, we always this pleasure principle, I'm taking, and then when the puberty comes and the lust develops, and we want to enjoy others, and this enjoyment is very external, very physical. It's actually a very dirty attitude, because you're not supposed to enjoy anybody. Who are you? How in the world do you think that there's a woman created for you to enjoy her? That's not what life is all about, enjoying anybody. Life means working hard like an ass to maintain your debts, being paid, and to make sure your children have what they need. That's what life is all about. So you think, but I thought it was just the beautiful part, that enjoyment part. I enjoy and I get charmed, like a woman when she's cheated by a man. I mean, she doesn't have good words for that guy. Maybe before she had sex with him, but now she hates the guy, says he's a shameful idiot, a lusty wretch. So what is this, you know? Because they have nothing to do with love. Lust and love, they're two opposites, actually. That's why we can call it is dirty. If you want to simply enjoy sensual encounters and not be responsible for it. Now, some people get really upset, those nightclub owners and all those guys, with this type of concept. But that's the reality, because nobody wants his girl, his daughter, to go out and be cheated by somebody and then left pregnant, and the guy takes off, because then you as a father are getting very, very upset. So why are you getting upset about your girl, but you're not getting upset about other girls? Or are you so limited in your vision that you cannot understand something is wrong with the lust principle? We have to go to the love principle. We have to transcend the lust principle. And that's what Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhakti Yoga process is a scientific process to overcome the lust principle and to enter the world of love and responsibility and sweetness and all that which is encumbered in the comprehension of Ananda. Ananda is something very wonderful. Ananda is the fulfillment of the divine encounter in love. Shikshastakam says it is the fountainhead of pleasurable experiences. It is there where you can celebrate the joy of your love. And how do you do that? How can that happen? Well, that is when you really learn how to serve the Lord of love. In other words, you have to understand that love which your heart longs for so much, it cannot be satisfactorily delivered by another man or another woman, even if they try. They cannot. They don't have it. What you're looking for, what you're longing for, this is the encounter of true love with the Lord of love, with the fountainhead of love, with the meaning of love, with the loving exchange between the Lord and his devotee. Well, he has never failed on us. He has supplied us ever since with everything we can even imagine. But he has asked us to return our love to him, and we have denied that to him for such a long time. We have always tried to exclude God from the mystics and magic of love. We have tried to ignore God or put him in the position of, we pray to him though he sends us blessing for our enjoyment, so that our business will work fine. We send a prayer here and there, something like that. But we have not made him the prime target, the prime focus of our existence. We have not done that, and that is why everything else failed. We have to put him in the number one. He is the number one. He's Eka. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasabha Britya. He is the prime target. He is the supreme lover. He is the one who has given purpose to our existence. He is the one you were looking for. He is the blueprints everybody's looking for. And he comes to Vrindavan and manifests his human-like pastimes, surprisingly, as a blue prince. He's a prince because his father is a king, royal family. He's in a hidden position in Vrindavan, even though he's been taken care of by Nanda Maharaj, who is also the king of Vrindavan. So again, he's a prince, but he's the king of the cowards. So he's a king of simple people, villagers. And here that prince, who happened to be blue, he pulls out from under his arms the enchanting flute of love. And he starts playing on that flute and making the whole world go crazy. Isn't that far out? Have you ever heard of another beautiful description how God manifests to enchant us, to call us, to give us his love and to give us his knowledge? Because when he comes in the Bhagavad Gita, he gives all the knowledge you need to have to understand why you're here and where is it going. It's very, very comprehensive Bhagavad Gita. But that's another subject. Now we are with the flute. The flute, when Krishna plays the flute in Vangsivata, this enchanting flute, it answers the call, the longing of your heart. He's calling you for union in divine love. of singing and dancing and hearing and chanting. As a matter of fact, when you go into a temple, you know why you went into a temple? Because he was playing the flute. And you're coming to hear and chant. You're coming into his realm. This wonderful little Vrindakunja realm. This is a place of chanting and dancing for the Lord and with the Lord. And so is every other temple where this sound is emanating and the devotees are hearing it and coming from all directions. Says, I want to be there. What is this singing and dancing? What is this love? What are you celebrating? Of course, then you go in there and you start seeing the relative things. You think, oh, there's some dirt on the ground, and there's this and there's that, and oh, on the way I stepped into a thorn, and oh, we get into all this kind of material, wanting to make it relative. But matter of fact, Ananda is the call. The sweetness of his flute invites us for Ananda. Our heart is longing for Ananda. And then it is being told to us, you want that Ananda? Yes. Then give it to others. Because if you don't give it to others, you don't deserve it. This Ananda is not something each and everyone will cherish secretly by himself, just like if you have a sweet and you don't want anybody else to see that you have the sweet, so you're going in a hidden corner to eat the sweet just by yourself with your tongue. This type of thing, that's not Ananda. That's not the qualification for going into the world of love. It is giving what you want to get. So this is the entry. This is the beginning stage of understanding what is being called upon from you by the divine flute of love, by the process of surrender, by the free execution of your loving potential. Because you can already move, you can already know, you can discriminate between good and bad, but what direction are you going to move? Into the direction of divine love, the direction of giving yourself entirely to the purpose of love. And you will see, if you have that eagerness developed within you, if that's becoming your priority, you will not become morose. You will never be disheartened. You will find the next answer right after you have lived up to the previous expectation and explanation. Don't expect everything to just come and be answered at once, because you're not capable of receiving all that much. You have to go the process of spiritual evolution. But don't worry. Giving is the prime target. Giving is what we are learning. Giving is really our whole career. Give your love. What else are you going to give except your love? You're going to give some stuff, some external ingredients. Even if you have them, they're not yours. It's all his. He is the supreme right holder, because he's the supreme life force. So all the rights are reserved by him. Intellectual rights, property rights, physical rights, controlling rights. He has all the rights reserved. And what about you? Do you have any rights? Yeah, you have the right to give your heart in love and follow the sound of his marvelous enchanting flute. And that invites us, rather than to live a life of egotism, lust, materialism, deviation from the divine purpose, to live a life of love and surrender and sweet attempt to become an instrument of the sweet love, because only his love can satisfy the need of others. Like if I say, oh, I'm going to give you all my experience I had in my childhood, I'll give it to you for free. You can look at me and say, what nonsense are you talking about? Your childhood was so miserable. What wisdom are you going to give to me from that? I don't need that garbage. And I have to admit, yeah, you are right. So if I have anything to give to you, it is Satchit Ananda. It is consciousness, it is awareness, it is divine knowledge of the sources which are reliable, authoritative, because they are the truths. They are the Om Tat Sat. They are the undivided truths. They are the truths where you can find clarity and shelter. And that is why we pronounce to all of you with all enthusiasm to take advantage of this wonderful path of individual unit consciousness, to embrace the loving invitation. That loving invitation which comes from the Vedas, which comes from Lord Krishna, which comes to help you, because you and me and all of us are very needy. We are so much needy. We need to be taken care of. We need to be guided and enlightened.